Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good out there today. I hope y'all enjoying y'all fabulous weekend. Uh, I was gonna do a video about Stephon Clark, but instead of me doing that video, I think I'm gonna do another video. Uh, I think I'm gonna do this video about my coming out story. I have been seeing a lot of people doing videos like that about their coming out story, or whether about them being bisexual, or being gay, or being a transgender. So I just thought, hey, why not I do it? Because that's something I ain't talked about. That's something I ain't touched base on. You know. Excuse me. I remember when I first started YouTube, that's what I was going to do. I was going to interview my family members and ask them how did they feel about me coming out, being gay. But I never got around to doing that, you know. So, with that said, I think that's what this video is going to be about today. So, my coming out story goes like this. I think all my life, uh, I felt like I was different. I feel like that I was gay because I never ever dated girls. I never ever wanted a girlfriend. I had friends as girls, but I never dated girls. I never had that urge to like wanna be with them or have a girlfriend. And when I went to school, kids always picked on me. I always got ran home from school. Uh, I even think I would try to leave out the back door to run home from school, so they won't uh do nothing to me. Uh, Let me see. So my coming out story, I can't say it's quite different from everybody's. Uh, do I want to say is it about the same? I don't know. I just know most of the time I got ran home from school. I was always scared to walk to school. I remember this one time that I got ran home. They ran me home. I went to somebody's house just for my auntie and them to meet me, to come and get me because I was so scared. And my family will always tell me that, hold on, y'all. My family would always tell me stop being so scared. I never told my family that I was gay. I never told my family nothing because I didn't know how my family would feel. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I One thing I never did do, I never did play with dolls. You know, I never played with. Oh, did I play with dolls? I'm trying to see. I don't know if I played with dolls or not, but I do remember like when my mama wasn't at home, I would play in her shoes and play in her purses. I do remember that. I do remember that. Forced me playing with dolls like other people would do to know they was different. I don't remember that part. I probably did. I don't know. Uh, I and so when I really found out who I was I met this guy and I snuck him in my mama apartment because we stayed in a townhome and in the back it was like a back by the pool, but they had the pool part sealed up. So it was some stairs that you could go to up to my window, and that's where I snuck the guy in. And apparently, my mama she kind of seen it. I don't know what she was doing. Uh, uh, and so hold on, y'all. So yeah. Um, hold on, y'all. So yeah, evidently I'm back. Evidently she seen him. So when she seen him, she came upstairs because we was about to do the do. She came upstairs and she told him to get out of my house. You go out that window the same way you came in. And she was like, you come here. And she called my stepdaddy, and then I'm not gonna call him my stepdaddy because that's my daddy. I'm gonna say that's my daddy. And so uh he came over and she said that blah blah, I don't want you in your house, you nasty, this and that. And she was saying that if you can't by my rules, you can't be in my house. I can't recall if I left that night, but I think that I left the next day and I never came back. Uh, was it hard for me? I think it was. I really do. Because when I left, I just left with the clothes on my back. The area that we stayed in, I had no future that it was like another area with a gay strip. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that it was a gay strip that you go to that everybody hung out at that time. I was clueless about being gay. I had no idea about being gay. I had no idea about that. I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the time that I came out, was I no, I wasn't going to school. I think I wasn't going to public school. I was going to a special needs school because of course, like I said, I had seizures and my seizures I would have them and it wouldn't allow me to do regular work anymore. It would allow me. Basically, I was in special ed. I'm put to you like that. I was a special needs children. You know, I want to say something like autism, but it's not like autism. And I'm not making fun of autism. I want everybody to understand it. I'm just talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's if you could say because I had a hard time learning, and I think I had a hard time focusing. You understand what I'm saying? But as I got older, I think I grew out of. Now I'm gonna tell you this: I still don't know how to do some math problems, or I still don't know how to read some words. But I have taught myself how to do math now, and I have taught myself how to read. Uh, I think timetables and I say division, I most have problems with, and I may have problems with some big words, not all. You know, you back then they didn't have like iPhones and stuff where you can go on Google and pronounce the word out. You know, to learn it. Now I do. I do it with my math problems as well. You know, and then even then, uh, I don't know. It was Mama was already teaching me how to be able to take care of myself as a young man. She was already getting me ready for the world because she said the world was so cruel, you know, and she wanted me to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. So, I knew how to write a check when I was 16. I knew how to pay bills when I was 16. I knew how to cook when I was 16. Everything that I needed to know, I learned quick. Oh, and I was working. You know what I'm saying? I had a job, and because I'm gonna say this, because I was a special needed child, and when you go to a special needs school, they give you a job. It may be like some like doing pens or stuff in envelopes, but you get paid for it. So that's how that went. Uh, but anyway, let me move back over here to this subject. So nobody knew that I was gay. Nobody. I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew that I was gay until that situation happened with the young gentleman. I can't even tell you his name because I don't really remember his name, y'all. Uh, what did my mama think about it? My mama wasn't so okay with her only son being gay. So, like I said, didn't nobody know that I was gay. I kept that a secret. My family didn't know. Didn't nobody know that I was gay, you know. And when did they find out I was gay and I told them, they didn't like it. Because my mama kept it a secret for a long time until I was ready to tell them. It was a time when I did go back home, you know. But it also was some times that I ran away from home and I stayed away from home for about 2, 3 years where me and my mama didn't talk at all. I remember one time I did that, and the last time my mama talked to me is when I got into some trouble and I got into jail. I went to jail and my daddy bundled me out. That was the only time because I was caught stealing because I was homeless, living on the street. I didn't have no money. You understand what I'm saying? So I was doing other things like maybe escorting. They called it something else back then, but I'm gonna say escorting because that sounds like the professional word to say. Uh, Dealing, stuff like that. You know, I always was scared to be like my friends do shows and stuff because I was shy. I wasn't like a people person. And even then when I found out about this gay strip and I was coming out and hanging around gay people, I still allowed people to make fun of me. You know, not thinking that okay, you're gay now, you're around your peers, you don't have to do this anymore. You know, I still allowed them, to do. But I did become friends with people. I did become friends with people. People did allow me to sleep in their house, and it was times that I slept on porches, steps of a apartment complex, and there was times that I slept in empty apartment buildings. You know, and it was also times that I uh I went to bed for money with people. Uh Okay, I know y'all know I'm HIV positive, so I know that y'all gonna ask me this question. So I'm just gonna answer it for y'all now. So y'all don't have to worry about answering me this question. How do I don't know that I didn't catch HIV from one of the people that I was on the street with? Because back then I was using condoms. I would make sure I use the condom because I'm young. I'm 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what was out there. I mean, I heard about this disease. I heard about how people were catching this disease. And luckily, I met people that was telling me, no, you're going to use some condoms. Because that's when I started to get a drag daddy and a drag mama, I think. Or did I? No. I started to get people that befriended me. I never had a drag daddy or had a drag mama until later on in life. I never was accepted into a family until later on in life. You know, so everything that I had to learn on my own. You know, basically. That's just how the game rolled and that's just how the game went. But how I ended up catching HIV was my first relationship. And this was way after me being with somebody. I think the guy that I had a relationship with was this guy that was on drugs. And I think the guy, I cut it for the guy so much. I don't think I even thought about wearing a condom that day or those times. And I also tell y'all this. The guy, hold on, y'all. The guy was on drugs so much or so bad that I remember he had a client. I'm gonna say it that way. But his client didn't want him. His client wanted me. And I never did that, but that was the first time I had sex or started escorting. Because I never did that, you know. And he said, the dude said, I want him. And he said, the first thing he said, now this is when I knew that, and I began to realize that in a relationship, you're not being validated or you're not being loved. He told me that, baby, you go out, you go and have us do something with him, or have do something with him. We'll have a place to sleep tonight. Not thinking, I'm young. I'm not thinking that he loved me. He was just choosing his drug of choice over me. Which, if I think about it at the time, I think it was, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say. And then there was another guy that I've dated, too. I can't too much remember if I got tested with my first boyfriend, but I know I got tested with my second boyfriend. And I know as soon as I got tested with him, it came true. Now, the story about him was, I think with my first boyfriend, I used condoms. No, I take that back. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, my first boyfriend didn't give it to me. I apologize, y'all. It was the second boyfriend who gave it to me. I learned from my first boyfriend how he tried to put me out there, like, you know, doing this and doing that. Now, my second boyfriend was a whole totally different story. Y'all, I didn't even know that he was HIV positive. Now, my second boyfriend, was he on drugs? No, I had a chick. He used me. Let me see. No, I take that back, y'all. I'm sorry. Now, it was so long ago all of this had happened, so bear with me. So, yeah, my first boyfriend, yeah, that's who I caught it from. I remember now. I remember. It's all coming back to me now, y'all. So, my second boyfriend, because this is why I met him after I got into trouble and stuff. My second boyfriend, I met him after I got into some trouble and I ran away from home again. You know what I'm saying? I was on probation and stuff like that. So, I fled Dallas and moved to Tyler. I had a chick. You know, I was getting money and stuff like that. My mama gave me my money. Here, do what you want to do. You know. I think I was 18. I didn't know my second boyfriend when he was HIV positive, y'all. He didn't even tell me. My second boyfriend, I don't even think. I don't even know, y'all. I know he had, in Tyler, their houses is kind of built like uh Detroit houses. Uh huh. So, but the apartment that he had, it was like mildew in there or something. You know what I'm saying? So, when I went and got tested, it came back to be positive. I was upset because I didn't even know my second boyfriend was positive, y'all. Who told me he was positive was his gay daddy. Hold on, y'all. He was positive. Who told me that he was HIV positive, y'all, was his gay daddy. Because his gay daddy was just so frail. I didn't even know. I didn't even know his gay daddy was. His gay daddy told me. And because his gay daddy said, well, he didn't tell you. And I was just like, no. But I knew something was wrong because my second boyfriend didn't have a job. But he had a check. He had a check and he had an apartment. And the apartment, like I said, it had mildew and stuff like that. My second boyfriend, we went to Colorado, we got a car and stuff like that, and bought phones and stuff. You had one of them car phones with the bag that you carry around. I thought that my second boyfriend loved me, but he didn't. He was using me for my money. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he was doing, y'all. He was using me for my money. He knew my situation. He called the laws on me, and he was the reason why I went to jail. I violated my probation, and I went to. Well, I'm not gonna say he the reason why. I'm the reason why, because I never should have left Dallas, and I never should have left putting my trust in another individual, thinking that he loved me, when I know that he did. But when you young, you do silly and crazy off the wall things. So he called the police and tied the police. Put me in jail. Okay, by this time, it was a neighbor of us, one of the neighbors that stayed next door, came and see me. He said, well, if they don't come and see you, then if they don't come and get you, then they'll release you. And I said, oh, okay. But Dallas came and got me. But hold on, hold on, I'm gonna get to that. I didn't know the whole time, to this day, because my next door neighbor, he wasn't cute, but he had, a nice little package, y'all. I'm gonna put it to y'all like that. And I didn't know that my second boyfriend and him was trying to hook up. I was young, y'all. I was silly. My second boyfriend would take me over his gay daddy house, go out to eat, and then he'll leave in the car. Because by this time, I didn't know how to drive. You understand what I'm saying? And if I go somewhere, I go somewhere on feet. I walk to like downtown area. He accused me of doing some, and I wasn't doing anything. Because Tyler got a downtown Tyler, so I would go somewhere like that. But the whole time, that's what my it's in my next door neighbor was doing. It was shiesty. It was shiesty, and that's how I really got to know how homosexual was. That's how I got to know that. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. So that's how I knew, and I'm gonna get back to the story. What I was gonna say about Dallas came and got me, and so I was in jail. I went to jail. I stayed there until I got arraigned, and I went to court that night. I called my daddy, and my daddy came and bailed me out. I think he came and bailed me out the next morning. Hold on. I think my daddy came and bailed me out the next night. The next day or that same night when I got there. I can't remember. I think it was early morning when I got there. And I think that's when I went to court, or I think I went to court late that night, and my daddy bailed me out. My daddy told me when you get ready to go to when you get ready to go to court, call me back, and I bail you out. So I think that's what happened, y'all. And this all happened so long ago when I was younger. And as everything went that way, I started spiraling out of control. You know, me being gay and stuff like that. I started doing things that I had no business. I started, I just started doing things that homosexuals would do in a survival mode. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Well, I think that they would do in a survival mode because some of them don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? But the whole time that I was out there doing that, I didn't have nobody to tell me not to do this, not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I did what I did to survive because I had to. And the good thing is that when I was HIV, like I said, I think I caught it when I was sitting between, because they said it can go way back. So I could have caught it when I was 16, dealing with my second boyfriend or whatever. Uh, because you know my birthday come late. My birthday don't come into December, so it could have went that way. The good thing is the whole time I was out on them streets, I never was out on them streets in the cold while I was cold. It was always like when it was hot or in the summertime or something like that. So finally, I got a way of figuring out how to get into survival mode to where to get my own apartment. And that's what I did. I was young. I was young. I stayed in motels. I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, everything they talk about on YouTube about uh homosexuals running away from home because their parents don't accept who they are. Um, Everything. I've been out there. I know how I feel to be on the street. That's why I try to help people. You understand what I'm saying? I try to help people even though they take advantage of me, even though they misuse me, even though they mistreat me, even though they talk crazy to me. And I know people think that if I wouldn't talk to them like that, they should, that they wouldn't talk to me like that. But sometimes I be trying to have their best interest in heart and tell them you can do this way instead of doing this that way. Don't go left when you can go straight. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like it be sometimes shocking and it be sometimes tough on me to try to help people. Now I don't even want to help nobody. I want to help people that is willing to help themselves. Like I'm helping somebody now, and I'm so proud of them. They went out, they got it, they filled out application, and they got a job. Now they started yesterday, and I think that's good because I see now that you're helping yourself. You understand? Yeah, I'm helping you, get to where you need to be, or try to help you get where but you helping yourself. You know what you need to do to survive. And that's what I'm saying. Most people don't know that. I mean, most people, like, you give them a place to stay, they just want to stay in that same mode. They don't care. They just want to stay where they at and stay in that same mode. They're just like my ex-best friend. That's how I met her. I met her when I first came out and I went to the area. That's how I met her. That's how I know a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? And also I know a lot of people through her. But at the end of the day, all her life she just stayed with me. The only time I think that she ever had her apartment when I got locked up and I came home from prison and she had her own apartment. And at the end, the manager asked me to let her come and stay with me because she wasn't paying her rent. And then half of the time, the manager, the owner told me he didn't want her on that property. See, so it's a lot that she claimed that she did for me, or she said, no, you didn't do that. You didn't do nothing for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, you was doing shows to make your rent when I already had money to make my rent. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I also had a man to help me, you know, until I got my check started. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is, it just seems like people, when you help people, they try to push it out on you that they helping you. Now, y'all, help yourself. And then another thing, I do this channel because for a reality check, and I do this channel and for people to understand. Listen, you coming out gay, right? Watch who you date. I tell y'all this all the time. Watch who you date, because that guy that you trying to date telling you that he love you and this and that and all of that, but then at the end of the day, what happened to me is one of his clients pointed to me and wanted me, and he wanted me to do something with him just to get his drug of choice. That's not love, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like he pimping you. And then you go out and you go out and try to meet somebody else, your second boyfriend, and he uses you. Never tell you that he's HIV positive. None of that. And end up sitting in jail. And I never did tell y'all, when I went to county jail, I end up seeing him there. And we end up getting in the fight because it was a whole bunch of stuff, I think. We ended up really basically getting in the fight. It wasn't that because I still loved him. It was mostly basically that you did not tell me that you was positive. How I found out that you was positive was through your family. Not even your family, your gay daddy. Well, I guess I can say that's your family, because when you become gay, sometimes you welcome into a family. But I have selfish reasons on being welcomed into a gay family, because I just feel like gay families is pretty much fake. That's just the way I feel about it. Because I feel like they're going to protect their own. It's some out there that won't, and it's some out there that do. I'm just trying to give y'all some knowledge and let y'all know. I know as we come out being gay, we want to come out, we want to be free. And we want to live our life and live it in our truth. But I'm going to just say this. If you coming out and you want to live in your life and live in your truth and be gay and be free, and you're young, watch it. Watch what you walking into, and watch this road, what this road and what this journey gonna do. Don't make the same mistakes that I made, and don't make the same choices that I made. Make different choices. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that I'm making different choices now, because I feel like I'm doing something for the better with my life. You know, I might be paralyzed, but I get on this laptop, I talk about different topics, I talk about different content, and I talk about my life. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I want y'all to realize that. Just make sure whatever you do for it's coming out, that you're ready. Don't make nobody rush you to come out. Come out when you ready. And then another thing, don't let nobody bully you where you have to run home. Don't do that. I'm not telling you to fight them, I'm not telling you not to fight them. I'm gonna tell you, just stand up for yourself. Do what you gotta do. If that means you go into the principal office and let them know what's up, or you go into the council office, that's what you do. I be seeing a lot of stuff like that on TikTok, where a lot of kids get bullied and stuff. You don't have to be gay just to be bullied. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? So keep that in stride. And I already been on here too long. I'm sorry for keeping y'all this long. I just had to tell this story. And I also want to tell y'all stay prayed up. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. And I love y'all.